Apologies for that, guys. We seem to have lost internet connection, even though we are connected directly to the router with a Ethernet cable. So not sure what happened there, but we are back up and running. Do apologise for that. You've not missed anything. It's still the same frame. As you can see, let me just update the colours again. I think Nevin is on reds, is he? Yeah, he is. There we go. And Andy Magee on yellows. Good opportunity now for Andy. Get rid of this one on the rail. Let's make sure this goes in. Can either play up for the one at the top of the table now, or you can save it till last. Looks like he's going to go up the table now. Or maybe not. Oh, that's a clever shot. He's pushed the black closer towards the top of the table, so doesn't have to do anything with the white ball if he lands on this one now. So looks like he's playing it with left hand side, just going to check it back up the table. He's not played it with the best of pace. For me there, I think the best option is always to play it with the right hand side, because even if you don't play it hard enough, the white's going to be sort of anywhere near sort of the right middle pocket. You're always going to have a shot on instead of having to play what Andy's just played, but it's irrelevant when you can do that. So that was a great shot. He's just running away with this now. He's just having an exhibition, is Andy Magee. Very nice, Andy. Very nice. Nevin gets us underway. Reds look very, very nice. Shouldn't have any issues getting rid of these. Although seems to have run into a slight issue already. Not making easy work of these. Look on his face, says he doesn't like that. Yeah, he's may have lost his head a little bit there. Doesn't look like he's enjoying himself out there, let's be honest. the best opener for Mandy though. Just seems to be running out of position every shot. Just needs to find one good shot where he regains control of the white ball. But it ain't that one. So Nev categorically needs to be getting these and pulling it back to 10-6. If he's got any chance in this match, he needs to be getting these opportunities. And Magee's the type of player where if you miss an opportunity like this, he's almost like a shark who can smell blood, and he'll just continue to rack the frames, just run the frames. He's just relentless. So need to not show any sign of weakness. If your head is going, you need to be getting these. Obviously not happy with where the black is. It's just, I hope he's still on the plant, because it was, fortunately, because that could have been really bad. I tell you what, he could have played that better as well with the white ball, leaving himself with it all to do here. Gets it nevertheless though. Makes it 10-6. Magee, in the last frame or two, seems to be losing the white a lot more. Whether that's a sign of things to come, whether he can, nip that in the bud, remains to be seen. But as of right now, just shots like that, it's going to be filling Nev with confidence that he can easily get back into this game. So this plant is makeable. I think there is a couple of there's a little bit of a distance between those two balls, so the plant is makeable. But he's going to play the cross double anyway. that's it. It's not been fortunate to where the any balls landed, to be fair. Just wonder if he can sneak through that gap and play the double. From the way he's playing it, it's just a safety, so good shot, get him tight behind the yellow. It's not as tight as I thought he was. I can still see the yellow down the bottom right of the table, I think, so. Yeah, clever shot. Instead of being aggressive, playing a safety. Let Andy deal with his difficult balls. Oh, it was a foul. I've absolutely no idea where that foul. I was even watching as well. I've absolutely no idea. But foul was called, so Magee definitely going to be taking advantage of these, I would imagine. Black passes the yellow to the bottom right. Let's bring the white back here a couple of inches. Nice angle. Stun this off the side cushion. Oh, he got a lot closer to that middle bag than he wanted to. Like I said before, he's just losing the whites ever so slightly. He's going to be close to the in-off in the middle now if he goes to the bottom right. So he needs to be doing something with the white ball here to make sure he doesn't go in off, which could force him to miss the pot. But he doesn't. So he wins the frame. Not convincing though. Did lose the white. But he does make it 11-6. That's the important thing. So Magee in again. On yellows this time. That's a nice shot. It's very hard to stop once he gets going in a nice rhythm. It's hard to it's hard to stop. We're playing snip develop sort of shot here. Oh, that was a bit cagey. I don't think it goes past the yellow. No, it doesn't. He's going to be forced into the plant here. He wasn't even close to the plant. Would still say he's in control though. Nevin's got 3, 4, if not all of them. Maybe all but one are sort of relatively difficult, unless there's a gap here. Obviously there's a gap, didn't see the gap. So cover the pocket. Ooh. When it's be covering that, stop anything winning. Not only has he not covered it, he's left the middle of those 3 yellows. Disaster that for Nevin. This is going to be 12-6. I've played that a bit short. It should still be getting this though. Wow. What a let off. What a let off. Couple of options here for Nev. Can either try and cover the pocket again, the black pocket that is, or he can just roll up to the red on this side cushion and hope and pray that Magee doesn't come off the side cushion and pot his yellow and land on the black, which is what he's done. So there is a 1 cushion escape there, just past the middle pocket. And if he pots it with a bit of pace, you've got to think he's going to be coming out for the black, just like that. That was the risk. That was the risk. And the risk hasn't worked. And it's Magee that takes the 12-6 lead. Players are going to take a quick break, I think. So, back with you shortly. So we rejoin the action, and the Magee 12-6 to the good on yellows. And just as I say that, he misses. So Nevin Lupton. I don't necessarily think that Nevin's played too bad. He's not done much wrong. He's gone in off a couple of times, you know, he's been a bit unlucky. But other than that, I mean, I don't think 12-6 is... It sounds a lot worse than what it is, because I mean, it's 12-3 really, because Nevin obviously got a +3 start. So it's 12-3, and I just think that, you know, for how Nevin's played, I think that's a bit harsh. But Andy has been playing well. He's run the racks when he needs to. He's played the right shots, playing tactically. Maybe that's just the golfing class between the two players. Perhaps it needed to be more than a 3 start. See, these are all just ifs and buts now. But just shots like that could easily just go wrong. You know, you can hit it either side of that ball and it not go in. They're just going in. And from that, he takes advantage of the fray. You know, he takes control. He's now covered that pocket. Nevin can't win from here, and then Magee will then inevitably win the frame. That's the way it's been going. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen in this frame, but that just seems to be what's happened throughout the entire match. So Nevin going to be looking to get Andy in behind his reds. Good shot. This time though he finds the pocket. Good enough snooker from Nev. Needs to take advantage. See, for me, that sort of shot's not really good enough. When you've played a good shot to get the foul. You know, even if you're not being aggressive to win the frame after from your free shot, you should be, because he's still got 1, 2, sort of 3 difficult balls. Do you know what I mean? Even though he's just had a free shot. Well, I imagine Nev's probably just going to flick off the left-hand side of this red. Try and get another snooker. Or push it through. Yeah, good shot. Easy escape for Andy. 1 cushion. Puts him right back in trouble. Not bad though, because Nevin can just play the same shot and just push his red into a pot-up position. Lupton to play the one over the middle. That's one way to do it. Still not easy though, even though he did fluke that. Take the nice little flick there. Leaves it straight enough for him to be able to screw back down the table. Oh, that was never going in. He's going to be looking to take the black pocket here, I think. He's played it aggressive. Not too sure what his plan is, because two yellows on the left hand side, as you can see, are a bit of a puzzle that needs to be solved. Might be playing a double here, or yeah. You can see as the match goes on that Magee is becoming more and more aggressive because he's so far in front. I just had a little word to him downstairs, and he mentioned to me that usually when he gets into these type of positions, he relaxes, he takes his foot off the gas, and then he allows his opponent to get back into the game. And he's fully aware of that. He doesn't want that to happen again. So he's talking to himself, taking it one frame at a time. He's not allowing the scoreline to affect his mindset. He's just playing every shot. But I mean, you saw from his previous shot there that he is playing more aggressive. He wasn't doing that earlier on in the game. But Nevin has snookered himself, so let's call the total. Yes, yellow must pass the black. If it did, we'll never know. Either way, the most important thing was getting a good white ball there. Playing well at the moment though is Andy. In contention for Player of the Year in the three-quarter snooker league here in Blackpool. Won the doubles three-quarter snooker competition. Got to the semi-finals of one of the other singles. I think it was the Classic. Lost 3-2 in the semi-final there. Got to the quarter-finals of another one and the three-quarter. So he's been there and thereabouts in pretty much everything he's been playing. So he's playing well recently. I say that as he misses that. But it's no surprise to me that he's leading by as much as he is in this match. Opportunity for a double here for Nev. Full length double. Maybe use the yellow in the bottom right. Either that or the snip, whichever he fancies. Well, he's gone for the snip, and that was certainly thin. A little bit too thin. I've never had that issue. Bit of a scrappy frame. It looks to go in the way of Andy Magee. Just one simple positional shot. Bring it off the side cushion. Leave the white relatively in the middle of the table. Oh, he's going that way about it. Either way, it's 13-6. Magee looking comfortable. I agree with you, and I don't agree with you at the same time, Ben, because I think Magee obviously has played solid pool, but they've both thrown in, some wings that we've seen, especially that I've seen. Nevin just seems to play whenever he gets an opportunity. He'll play a careless shot, whereas Magee won't do that as much. For example, just to take this clearance now. For example, he should be getting these absolutely no problem. These should be going. This should be 13-7. So we'll just see. See shots like that. For me, that was careless because now he's left himself. He's gonna have to. The white's gonna be travelling a lot more. And he's just chasing the frame now. Do you know what I mean? Whereas if I don't think Magee would have made that mistake, or if it, out of 10 times, I feel like Magee would have made that mistake a lot less than Nev. So I do agree with you. He's not done much wrong, but he has done a lot more wrong than Magee. Well, that's a good finish, considering he was chasing, especially in those last 3 or 4 balls. But he does bring it back to 13-7. Keeps himself in it, kind of. Listen, Ben, your cue ball should be on a string. A string. The amount of snooker that you play, that should just be second nature for you, Benjamin. County A pool player. What, do you play for County A now, Ben? Well, looking good for Magee here, but I'm not too sure what he's going to do with the black. He obviously wants to double it. Can't imagine he wants to play it down the rail. Nobody wants to do that. Needs to get this first though. Has he got an angle to just drop him behind it, or? Oh, he's tried to move it. To be fair, I think he's left that absolutely plumb for double. Let's have a look. That's not too bad, to be fair. He's got it as well. Oh, 14-7. As quick as you like. Oh, you're going to play in the next Lancs game, Ben, for the A team. I didn't know that. I hope that wasn't a secret, because it's just been broadcasted on the stream. I got offered to move up to the A team, but I'm not practicing as much as I'd like to at the moment. I'm not even really winning games in the Bs at the moment due to the lack of practice. So I turned them down. Was that Richard Wowen that asked you, Ben? Nevin's in here with yellows. Let me change it on the stream. Careless miss from Nev. Well, from the top of my head, Ben, and this is just going off what's happened recently, so I know, because most teams, I know the A and the B have been struggling for players recently, which obviously that'll be why you've been asked, because like I said, we are short most games, if not all of them, but we pulled Magee in. Magee didn't play County a couple of months ago, and we pulled Magee in to the Bs, like I said, because we were struggling, but he had to start off in the Cs. You have to start off in the team lower than what you're actually going to be going in for, especially if you didn't go through the trials. So it may be a case that you jump into the Bs, Ben, before you're allowed in the As, but I'm not too sure. You might want to double check with the relevant people, because that might be what happens. I might want to check with Phil Brearley. He's the captain of the Bs, and he's I know he manages most stuff like sort of Lancashire County pool wise, so I'd ask Phil Brearley about it. Oh, you have to play 2 games for the B. I thought that's the way it was. That means you get to play with me though, Ben, so every silver cloud, you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm not sure playing with me is a result, to be fair, but I might be able to learn from your ropey cue ball. Might be able to learn from you, because mine's even worse. Mine's Is there a word worse than ropey? Mine's horrendous at the moment. Might have to teach me, Ben. Yes, Phil. But going back to the game, Nev's got an opportunity here. Oh, never mind. I'll stop talking. Shredsville. Yeah, yeah. It sounds worse than ropey, doesn't it? Shredsville. That was a bit, well, I'll say a bit, that was very unlucky from Nev. Not only did he not pot the yellow, but the white somehow found its way in. So Magee looking to take advantage and go within 3 of the match. Yeah, to be fair, Ben, Phil's got a point, because usually when you join the Bees, nobody ever wants to leave, because we're so fun. I mean, we might not win many games, but we're all just like, we've all got class personalities. And you're never ever gonna want to leave, Ben. So you might as well just put the idea of playing for the A's out your head, mate. So Nev's opportunity now presented by a little tweak by Andy Magee. I tell you what, if he goes in off again, that's just incredibly mean. But he hasn't. Oh, he might have left that as a plant, you know. I think that's a plant. He's looking at it. I think that's a plant to the middle. That's really unlucky for Nev if it is. I am unfortunately not in any comp tomorrow, Lee. Which is good news for you, I think. So yeah, no, go get it won, mate. I'll let you have this one. So the plan was dead set, and as a result, it's allowed Andy Magee to pull off that sort of shot, which I didn't think he was going for, but he's played it really well. And it's, let's be honest, it's just won him this frame. So he will be going within 3 here of the magic number. Barring a miracle. It's going to be 15-7 to Magee. I mean, to be honestly, I'm gonna let the stream do the talking for me. Do you know what I mean? I know I'm gonna get flooded with offers, probably from Sky Sports and everything. You know, maybe Matchroom Pool might have to replace Carboys on there or something. If they get wind of this stream. But yeah, I'm not gonna advertise it. I'll just let them flock to me like seagulls. Just like seagulls around a bag of chips. That's what it'll be like. Monster break Magee. Take your pick. You like Yellers? Yellers it is. Oh dear. Oh dear. Well, he's down on this quick. Some effort that. Listen, Phil, don't talk to me about vinegar. I can't eat vinegar ever again. It's scarred me for life. Nevin's got a great chance here. Drop this in. Leave yourself relatively straight. Ooh. Not happy. Not a happy man. I wouldn't be too happy either. These should be going for Magee, and this should be 16-7 really. Oh, come on, Aspel, we're not all as good as you. We're not all as gifted in competitions. I mean, to be fair though, this is a money game. We know you're good in competitions, but need to say more. So Magee looks set now to make this 16-7 and be within 2 of the victory. Nicely controlled shot there as well. And there we have it, 16-7. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, Phil, I don't know either because I'm having such a good time chatting to you lot. I'm missing half of it. I'm actually sat here in the corner of the room, rocking back and forth, thinking about that vinegar situation. This is what you've done to me, Phil. Soggiest burger bun I've ever eaten in my life, Phil. Not too sure what Nevin's played there. He's on yellows anyway, so let me change that. Is he playing the plant or is it go or? Oh, he's left himself the plant. So, 17-7 by the looks of it. One good shot. Didn't realise it had an angle. We need a good shot. Just a simple screw down the table. So this for 17-7 then. And gets it. So Magee within one of the victory. Thing is, it wasn't even. I mean, if it was just the vinegar thing, right, that wouldn't have been too bad. It was the fact that my phone just decided to break as well on its own without me even doing anything. It just stopped working. So I was already in a bad mood. And then I accidentally pour half a bottle of vinegar all over my food, so I can't even eat that. Horrendous. What's the worst night of my life so far in 29 years of being alive? So if you want the full story, let me just say. So my phone decided to break. Okay, the screen was off for some reason. It had been in my pocket. I'd used it an hour earlier. It was completely fine, and all of a sudden it stopped working. So I was already in a bad mood. I had no phone. I've like 3 days left of the Pool Nationals, and I can't use my phone. So you can imagine I'm raging. I keep all of my money in a separate bank account as well, so I need my phone to transfer funds over. So if I ever need to use any money, I have to have my phone to transfer money over to the right bank account where I've got a bank card. So I've got no phone, I've got no money, so I'm already in a bad mood. So we go to the chippy, it's late at night. I get a burger and chips. Now, over there, for some reason, whenever you get a chippy over here, they put the salt and vinegar on the chips for you, for your food. They go, oh, do you want your salt and vinegar? And you put it all over, and they do it for you. There's no drama, right? Over there, you have to do it yourself. So I've gone, have you got any salt and vinegar? She's pointed over to the table with the salt and vinegar. I've gone over there, I've put my salt on, no problem. It's just all the little dots in the lid. You're fine, I've just sprinkled the salt all over. I've got to the vinegar, I've not even looked. I can see it's got a lid on it. Right, so I've unscrewed the lid of the vinegar, thinking there'll just be like a filter thing underneath that you'd just be able to sprinkle your vinegar. So I've undone the lid, and I've gone to pour it on there without looking, and I've just poured half the bottle of vinegar just come out all over my food, all over my burger bun, all over the chips. It's just swimming in vinegar. And I've looked at the lid, and there's a little tiny hole that's been poked into the lid, obviously for you to sprinkle it, but I didn't even know. So I got no phone, no money. I've used the last of my money to buy the food that's now swimming in vinegar, and it was the worst night of my life, honestly. I felt like crying. I think I did actually that night, without anyone knowing, but I've just told you. You're just mean, Phil. You're just mean. You're a sadist. I was in severe agony that night. Just heartache, emotionally, in pain. But getting back to this game, Nev's dry broke. The yellows look nice. Let's see if Andy can send us home. Unlucky there. You're always trusting to luck when you play a cannon. Still, to be fair, he's still on this at the top left. He's overcut it. So, Nevin. The comeback. Is the comeback on? Very, very nearly. That was very nearly a handshake. So just slightly out of position. Needs to recover. Yeah, it's not too bad. He won't mind that. He won't mind that at all. Good shot by Magee. Still should be 17-9 now though. Again, just slightly out of position. He wanted to come down the table and play the bottom one first there. So, needs to avoid the yellows. Tricky shot now. Got some comfort in the fact that the yellows are difficult. Yeah, he's used that yellow very nicely. So 17-9 it is. And moving on to the next frame. So, white ball has found the pocket off Magee's break. Can Nev pile some more pressure on and get to double figures? Or will this be 18-9? A single figure victory for Andy Magee. Reds look really nice, to be fair. Can't see much going wrong with this. The only issue that I can see is coming back down the table and finding the right angle. Make sure you get the right position when you put the last of these balls at the top. Make sure you leave an angle. Probably wanted a bit more of an angle than that. It should be alright there. played that nice. For me, I wouldn't be playing that one. You could be pushing the yellow towards the black, maybe. If you're going to play this one to the bottom right first, then play it with a bit of bottom. I wouldn't be risking going into that yellow. Did push it towards the black, but black's still potable. Bit of a dirty angle on this, so it's going to be coming twice across the table with the white off the side cushion. Just like that. Really nicely played. So we should be getting to double figures here, 17-10. And he does. Piling that pressure on. Nev's turn for a monster break. Only makes one ball though. Still landed quite nice there, to be fair. Those two reds there at the top. There you go. Could even go for yellows if you can slide past a cluster of balls and get through to the a yellow over the left middle. But looks like it's going to be going for reds. Not the best positional shot from Nev there. Going to be running into this yellow now. Let himself down with the positional shot before that shot. Oh, and he's got a perfect opportunity to pot this now. Come off the side cushion and move that red. Pushed it closer to the black, which isn't ideal, but I think these go for me, to be fair. I think that's all she wrote. I honestly can't see him missing these. I could be wrong though. Oh, looks like all she wrote. Yeah. That's going to be it, I'm afraid. There it is. 18-10. So Magee takes the pot down for £2,000. That's going to be all from us, unless there's going to be a tournament game on, which I think is all finished anyway. Yeah, no, it has already been won. So that is going to be all for us for tonight. Thank you very much for joining us. I'm sure you'll see it advertised whenever the next one is. See you later, guys.